Hello everyone, Mr. Harper here, and we're going to continue our discussion on stems today. I want to talk about how stems grow today. Talk about primary and secondary growth are the primary focuses of this short lecture. So let's jump right in. So the way plants grow, a little different than the way animals grow. Consider humans. We grow, we're born and we grow. We get taller and we get heavier, thicker, up until teenage years or so, early 20s maybe, and then we stop growing. We don't continue to grow any taller after that point. Our arms don't get longer, our legs don't get longer. We might continue to put on some weight as we fill up fat cells, but that's different than what I'm talking about with growth. Now, plants are different than that. Consider a tree that might be 80 years old. Big and tall tree. It's not going to get any taller than what it is, but it will still continue to grow new branches, and those branches will continue to grow longer a little bit. They'll continue to make new leaves. So we have animals have a set way our bodies look. We're going to have 5 fingers on each hand, 5 toes on each hand. We're going to have 2 arms, 2 legs. That's just the way we are. A tree, though, you might have 2 trees of the exact same species. One of them has a central trunk that goes straight up and then 10 main branches off of that. Another one might have 2 trunks that are split and 50 little smaller branches off of that. So they're not the same exact in how they grow. They grow in different ways than animals do. Now, when we talk about growth in plants, we can talk about 2 kinds of growth, primary growth and secondary growth. Let's talk about the primary growth first. Primary growth is when a plant grows taller or longer, and it's due to tissue called apical meristem tissue that is at the very ends of the branches, or in the roots, it's at the very ends of the roots. Meristem tissue, remember, is tissue that is dividing and making new cells. It's where the new baby cells are being born. And so what happens is this apical meristem tissue, which is at the very ends, there's meristem and then there's apical meristem. The apical meristem is at the apex, or the ends of branches, or the ends of roots. When those cells divide in that meristem tissue, it makes the plant grow longer. So here's an example of year 1, year 2, and year 3. And in each one of those years, that growth is getting longer and longer. That branch is getting longer and longer and longer as it grows. And so here in this first year, you look at this. This is how long how much primary growth occurred in that first year. Now, if you look here, you see that's year 2. In year 3, you see this much growth. That's primary growth too. And if you look from here back to here, here's that scale scar that I showed you the other day in class. This was the primary growth of year 2 from here to here, and then here's the primary growth the first year down here. So that's primary growth. The plant gets taller or longer. It applies to both roots and branches. Secondary growth is different than that. Secondary growth, the plant does not get longer, but it gets wider. This happens in roots, and it also happens in branches. Meristem tissue is also responsible for this, but it is not the apical meristem tissue that is responsible. It's different tissue than that. So a lot of plants, they get very big with a lot of weight to support. So to support all that weight, their branches have to get very big. And in fact, many trees, we don't call that main branch a branch anymore. We call it a trunk. It's so big. So let's take a look at some differences, because secondary growth and primary growth are different. Primary growth happens in a group of plants called dicots and a group of plants called the monocots. But secondary growth is almost always just limited to the dicots. Trees like this is a dicot, and we're going to talk about some ways that they're different. And grasses are monocots. So here you have this grass, and you could pull one of these stems, and you would find out that it's pretty much the same diameter most of the way of that whole piece. Here, this is also a grass. It's a very, very tall grass, but it's a grass, and it only has primary growth. This is bamboo. And that stem stays about the same size the whole life of the plant. There's not secondary growth that makes it bigger and bigger and bigger, more around. We call that the girth of the plant, the width, or the how big it is around the girth of the plant. And monocots do not have meristem tissue in their stems and roots that produce true secondary growth. They might grow a little wider, but it's not secondary growth in the typical ways we're thinking about it. So, let's talk about what is called the vascular cambium. The vascular cambium and the court cambium, secondary thing we want to talk about too. So, remember there's three kinds of tissue. There is ground tissue, there's vascular tissue, and then there's dermal tissue. Dermal tissue that covers, like the epidermis is an example of that. The cortex is an example of ground tissue. Vascular tissue is the xylem and the phloem. Vascular tissue are the tubes that move things through the plant. Well, vascular tissue, we're talking specifically about dicots here. Vascular tissue is made by a ring of tissue called the vascular cambium. Here it says this: the vascular cambium makes or produces vascular tissue, and it increases how thick the stem is over time. So this little green ring, that is the vascular cambium. On the inside of the vascular cambium, new layers of the xylem are made. On the outside, new layers of the phloem are made, and the phloem is in red, the xylem in yellow. As the branch gets older and gets thicker, it's because new layers of these two cells are made. Xylem on the inside, phloem on the outside. So cell division occurs in that vascular cambium. So here you see, here's the vascular cambium, that green layer. Here in red, that was the first year of growth of the phloem. That's called the primary phloem. And then the second year, the vascular cambium has made another layer of phloem. Doesn't look like those little bumps anymore. It's a solid piece now. This is called the secondary phloem, the second year. And each year there continue to be more and more phloem made on the outside of this vascular cambium. On the inside, here's those three little bumps. That was the primary xylem. Well, the next year, this secondary layer of xylem was made. It's solid, just like the secondary phloem was solid. And so now you have a new layer of xylem. And the third year, you'd have another layer of xylem made. And as these layers add up year after year after year, it makes that stem thicker and thicker and thicker. It makes it larger in girth as those new rings are made. And this is called secondary growth. Some monocots have growth that makes their stems a little bit thicker, but it doesn't happen from this vascular cambium the way it does in dicots, so we don't call that true secondary growth. So we have more and more layers added there. I think we're going to stop on that right there because I don't want to get into the court cambium just yet. So remember the things that we've talked about, the key things here: primary growth and secondary growth. Primary growth makes the plant grow longer or taller. It happens in branches and roots due to cells in the apical meristem dividing and making new cells. Secondary growth, the plant stem gets thicker or the root gets thicker. This happens in dicots only, and it's because there's a layer of tissue called the vascular cambium in a circle in the stem or in the root, and it makes new layers of phloem on its outside edge and xylem on its inside edge. As more and more and more layers are made each year, the stem or root gets thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. We'll talk more next time.